final word.
The final word. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, man, you know, I got the background on that. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that interview with Jason Gary, man. So, you know,
The final
guess
word.
who really know the background on that? Tyler Biadasz. Here we go,
Biadasz.
yeah, here we go telling them boys, hey, man, okay, stop your cake, stop counting. We getting ready to hike the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple. But the person who knew the root of it is amazing that it's the center, you know. But Dak went viral for it. How you doing, Law?
Doing good, man. Doing great. Can't complain at all.
Yeah, man. Big week.
We got 10 wins.
Yeah, we got 10 wins. And this is when Mike McCarthy said that he starts to kind of turn his page to the playoffs. He said he don't even consider it to 10 wins. So since we at that 10 win mark, kind of what are you kind of considering? What's on your mind?
Well, hey, TCB still and SOB. You do that, that means take care of business, stand on business. You take care of that, then we get home field advantage throughout the playoff. If the 49ers slip.
The final word.
The final word.
And the Eagles need to slip one more time.
The final word.
I think they do.
The final word. The final word.
The final
Gotta take care of business.
The final word. I think, especially when you look at Seattle, I think Seattle is a real bad matchup for Philly,
For
man.
them. Yeah, it is.
A real bad matchup. So yeah,
Real.
man. Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to talk about all the stuff we got coming up, man.
No doubt.
Yes, indeed.
The final word. The final word. The final word.
Tyrone Church said MVP Prescott.
No doubt. MVP, let me see the chat, huh?
Let me see that MVP in the chat.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I really want Dak to get that MVP too.
The final word. The final
I really
word.
want Dak to
The
get that
final
MVP.
word.
The final word.
The final word. The final word. The final
My boy
word.
Q Ball in the
final
house. He
word.
say the final word. What it do, fellas? What's up with it, man?
Yo. Let us know if the audio straight. Give us a thumbs up. Let's get it.
Yeah, check the audio. Check the audio. We got the OC in the
The
building.
final word.
Let's
Love
go.
Love those thumbs up.
My boy Devin said our friendly defense came through, boss. They starting to get some mean streak in them, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna make me drink some Kool-Aid if they kick off, man. Let's go ahead and kick off the show. Let's go. They say that audio is clear. Let's go.
Here.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah, man. So, OC, man, what's going on with your big dog?
Man, look, I'm in a place to be, man. Happy to be on the show. I know I've been off and on a little bit, man, but happy to be back. And look, man, the Cowboys are rolling, man. The Cowboys look like a contender. The Cowboys look like they ready to make some serious noise in this NFC. The Cowboys look like they are about to finish hot. And I'm excited about it, man. So, man, welcome, man. And thank you guys, man, for holding down the fort, man, as usual, man. Shout out to Law Nation, Big Game James, and obviously the maestro, Boss Cowboy.
That boy Twin in the house, Law.
What up, Twin? Appreciate him, man. And hey, appreciate everybody for doing this thing far as us winning these games and us keeping our mindset together. Hey, OC, I haven't seen you since or before Thanksgiving, so man, happy holidays to you.
Thank you, big bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being who you are and doing all that you do for the community, big dog. It's great to see you.
Yeah, man. I also want to say, man, that was real admirable what you did this weekend. Can you just talk about that before we really get going, Law?
Oh, most certainly. We have a guy that's fighting for his life through terminal cancer, and he's we thought that we can do something special for him, so we took him to the Danny Martin's Exposure Center Friday, and he got a chance to play some games there. And then earlier that week, we went and got him autographs with Michael Gallup and Dorrance Armstrong out at an event. And then we took him to Cowboys Experience, whereas he got a chance to see Sam Williams, Jake Ferguson, as well as Peyton Hendershot. So he's been on like this tour. And we also have a studio brought to you by Specialty Media and yours truly, Law Nation Sports. And we had a private party out there on Saturday, and he didn't have a good time. He had a great time. We had the radio station out there, and also I believe another news syndicate picked it up. And we've been having a great time with Jackson, so put Jax the Great in the chat if you can. He got a chance to go to the game as well in a private suite, and ultimately we won, right? So shout out to Jax, and he's battling through cancer, and we know how that goes. As well as we will be on the radio station on Thursday on K104, I believe, DD in the morning. We will be there to also share his story. So y'all stay tuned.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah. Prayers up to him.
For sure.
I appreciate everybody, man. And thank you, Boss Cowboy, man, for coming out to the event as well.
No doubt, man. No doubt. No doubt. I just want to make sure you got all of it in there, man.
Yeah.
Very big.
Oh,
All right, so
and I got to give a shout out to 2 Live Craig, because this wouldn't be possible without him and Mercy. Both of those individuals worked their tail off to get this all to go through. So it's salute to my guy 2 Live Craig and Mercy. Thank you for all what she does for the nation as well.
There we go. All right, so kind of getting right into it, man. I picked up some things from the interview that happened on the NFL on NBC. So I have the link in the description. I want to kind of play this and just kind of talk about it.
Okay.
How has it served you since then, 8 years later, if you have that mentality of being coachable and always getting better?
I think for one, just being open, always being open to change, enjoying change, embracing it, having different, I guess you could say, systems, terminology, whatever it may have been through this whole process. We've taken it in and embracing it and not being closed-minded about it. More importantly, saying, give me more. to show me why that's been successful. Okay, I get it there. I'm going to work on it and practice it. And I think this year's a great example of that, of the footwork change, to change footworks and the drop from under center in the gun in year 8 and really.
Man, boss.
In year 8
Boss.
and really change
Hold on.
footworks and the drop from under center in the gun, footwork change, to change footworks and the drop from under center in the gun in year 8 and really enjoy it and watch it paying off and having success from it has been fun.
I want to say something real quick and get y'all thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I think that's super underrated what's going on with Dak. The fact that he is basically the top MVP candidate in a new year, in a new offense with new techniques, new feet work. You know, obviously he know how to read a defense better because of Kellen Moore, you know, and just his history with Jason Garrett and all of that. But the degree of difficulty, man, I think that's really, really, really underrated. Like, so, because when you think about it, like Purdy is in year 2 of that offense. That makes a big difference when you've been through a bunch of wars and a bunch of battles and you're familiar and all your weapons familiar, man. I want to kind of go around the room and kind of talk about that. I'm going to start with you. It's obviously, OC, because you called the offense before.
Yeah, man, I think that terminology, nomenclature, you know, is different and there's some similarities, but the concepts, the timing, the reads based upon what your offensive coordinator is trying to execute, all that stuff becomes very different. And so one thing about Dak Prescott is that he's played in more offenses than any top 5 quarterback in the league. He's played in more offenses than any top 5 quarterback in the league. When he came into the league, obviously he's underneath Garrett, and then he goes to, you know, Kellen's system. They make an adjustment. Right now he's in Mike's system. You know, then there was a time when you had Scott Linehan there, which it was kind of a hybrid of Jason Garrett's and, you know, Scott Linehan's system. So Dak Prescott has done nothing but overcome adversity over and over again. Although, you know, he's underappreciated in terms of what he does, but I believe that Mike McCarthy has really made the right call, and he's putting this thing in the hands of Dak Prescott. And since he's done that, since Mike McCarthy's made the decision to do that and to take the reins and the collar off of Dak Prescott, we've been in great shape. And like I said before, in Dak we trust. So this team goes as far as Dak Prescott can carry it.
No doubt, and that should be deep runs. And when you seeing Dak Prescott now with a system and a philosophy put in place, you seeing the feet work matched up and married up with the routes. And keep in mind, you was talking about Brock Purdy, and this is his 2nd year. Keep this in mind, Debo and Brandon Ayuk and kiddos over there, that's all they know is that system, right? So they have a chance to be married up with the routes and concepts there.
Right.
So this is a new beginning for our wide receivers, and this is a new beginning for our quarterback for to now finally have plays with concepts. We've seen deep drags. We've seen schemed up right, even on seam routes, and also using your wide receiver, your primary target wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, as a decoy. And when things are stagnant, we've seen Kevontae Turpin doing some things, and we also seen CeeDee Lamb do some things behind the LOS. So that all is matched up with Dak Prescott, when his feet work, and what the coaching philosophy is finally bringing to the table. Look, guys, and for those who've been watching this channel, we are a different team.
Man, we different, man.
We are.
Man, I went through a list of kind of all the things that's different, and I just kind of listed some of them. And I'm gonna come back to that interview, man. But just to your point on us being different, I talked about that we now have one Tex on this team. You know, remember how we used to complain about that? The fact that we have safeties on this team, we have veteran coaches on this team. Like, we have so much that we used to complain about. Now our front office listen to our coaches. Our front office sided with the senior coach to get rid of Kellen Moore, and we're seeing that pay off. Dan Quinn is making great adjustments. How many times did we used to complain about adjustments? It's not predictable anymore. Now we don't know how Mike McCarthy is going to attack OC. I thought about something else today. I was like, we used to love Byron Jones, and he didn't get us no interceptions at corner.
Yeah.
And now all our corners are playmakers, like everyone, not just can cover. Man, Law, we are so different.
Yeah, we are. Well, we got DBs now that attack the ball, and most importantly, if it's late hands, they still fight through the hands, strike through. One of the bigger improvements of this team that we've seen in the last 2 or 3 years is our DBs just basically getting their head and turned around and just making it difficult for the quarterback to make that completion to the receiver. So those are things that we can take to the bank. But are there still some things that we have to improve on? I'm quite sure there are. But for right now, hey, we cooking with hot grease right now, and let this thing fester around and we get rhythm and momentum going. Man, the world will be at our footsteps now forever we walk, because of the fact that we got a plan and a system intact. So that's what I like to see, bro.
What's up, Big?
What's up, y'all?
Man,
What's going on with you, man? LSU.
Yeah, Yates boys.
Them Yates and them, you know.
Hey man, can we get a little more excited? OC don't like me no more. Don't even say hi to me.
Man, look, first of all,
Well, OC don't like me no more. It's all good. OC don't like me no more. I'm okay.
Big,
You don't like
me. You my guy, man. We got Ohio in our blood, and look, man, I thought you were about to go on a wonderful a sermon here, you know. So I thought you was coming in hot. So I just wanted to just chill. That's why I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling, but you came in all mild, tiptoeing like you're late for church. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'll go ahead and look.
Hey, I was checking the temperature, OC. I was just checking the temperature.
You know, no, you tiptoeing with your finger up like you're late for church. You know, and they already called for the offering. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this thing up for you, man, real quick. Look, Mike McCarthy, and I want to speak on this because you opened the door for it, has done a fantastic job at in-game adjustments. And if you observe the game and the patterns of the game, and some of this stuff I haven't fully studied all of this last game's film, but what you begin to see Mike McCarthy do, and I mentioned this yesterday on Slept on It, he's beginning to attack matchups. He is intentionally putting certain receivers on certain DBs. He is intentionally coming out in certain sets. He's intentionally getting Ferguson up the seam in the flat. He's intentional about Cooks being on Mayberry. He's intentional about CeeDee Lamb being on his third DB. I don't even remember dude's name that got cooked, that plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't remember this kid's name, but he was very intentional, right, about what he was doing. He was very intentional when he had the lead about going into overload and having power football downs where he said, okay, let me take the gas off and let me try to beat this defense up and let me get some power, hard yards, right, to keep these boys off of Dak Prescott. Let me now transition the spread. Let me come back now and do play action pass off of the power run game. So Mike McCarthy has been in his bag, and I put out a tweet earlier. He's been extremely fluid. He's very comfortable now, and he's a sinister grandpa. He's a wicked Santa. He got that play sheet up by his mouth, and he looking in his eyes going back and forth, and he's thinking about how to cook you and how to dominate and systematically. What you've seen him doing is systematically break defenses down. That's what you've seen with these 40-point outbursts, with these 35-point outbursts. He's systematically beating teams because we're not coming out scoring 40 points in the first half. No, we might score 10, we might score 14. Some games we might score 7, but in that third quarter, in that fourth quarter, all of a sudden the dam breaks and we put up 21. That's how you know a coach is systematic and he's making in-game adjustments and he's breaking that defense down. Great job to Mike McCarthy. I love it when they call him Big Papa. Let's go.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat. Y'all be doing this, man. Hey man, go ahead and hit some likes right now. Hit likes right now on all the platforms, man. I gotta get y'all right. I gotta get y'all right because we early, and you know the show's gonna be fantastic. Hit the like button, please.
Man, that man on fire.
We early.
There we go. There we go. That's the OC I know.
Early.
That's the OC I know. That's the OC I know. Well, let me try to. Can I follow that just a little bit?
Man, good luck.
Come on.
Good luck.
I don't know how to follow that. He killing it. I don't know how to follow that, but I can say this. I made a video today and said, "Thank you, Jesus, that Kellen Moore is gone. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah." You know why? Because right now Cowboys are averaging 32.4 with Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore less. Leading the league. Everybody said they was gonna fall off. Everybody said they're gonna fall off with Kellen Moore. They ain't gonna have that offense like they had last year. They ain't gonna score them points like they did last year. Here, Mike McCarthy, the game's done past him. That's why Green Bay got rid of him. Who's leading the league in scoring right now? 32.4. Who got 30-point games? Who's averaging over 30-point game at home? And then if we look over there at them Chargers, they only averaging 21.7. They only averaging 21.7. They're 5-8. Dallas is 10-3. This is the best we've seen Dallas looking forever. Oh my God. Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott actually look like they looking better, more command of the offense without Kellen Moore. Oh, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it so. I love it. Just like what OC said, man, Mike McCarthy is definitely in his bag. But you know what the biggest thing that I love about this, y'all? Aggressive.
Ooh.
Aggressive.
Ooh.
Aggressive.
Big.
Aggressive. That's the word of the day. Aggressive. That's what I wanted. No conservative. Then we say throw that conservative mess out the door.
It's very aggressive.
It's very. It's very aggressive because we see fourth down, I'm gonna keep it. It's so aggressive when it's like 4th and 6. I look to the sideline. When it's 4th and 6, boss. Are we gonna go for it, Mike? That's what I'm doing, y'all. Are we going for it in 4th and 7, Mike? We on the 40. Oh well, we got Brandon Aubrey. We don't need to do that because we got a Dan Bailey part 2 with a big leg, dog. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Mike McCarthy be scared me, bro. Don't fake. Don't front. Don't fake it. Don't front. So. Man, sometimes I be nervous on some of them, bro.
I be nervous, but I'm like, do it. I'm nervous, do it. You feel me? Just do it. I'll be nervous, but do it because when you're aggressive, you don't go wrong when you're aggressive. When we conservative, that's when the mistakes happen. That's when the little things start falling off in the offense, the defense. You tighten up. When you stay conservative, when you keep that foot on the gas, when you're keeping that pedal to the metal, good things happen for your team, and that's why we blew the brakes off. Hold up, because Law, you didn't come in so late, and we missed you, OC, but me and Boss said we was going to beat the brakes off the Eagles. We both said that on the show. We were going to beat the brakes off the Eagles. We told Lord, we told Joe, and before they came on the show, we told them we was going to beat the brakes off of them. And all we said is this: if that defense holds like it's supposed to, y'all getting blown out. And guess what the hell happened? And guess what, NFL? Y'all in trouble. Because if that defense does what it's supposed to do, y'all gonna get smacked. And please, I don't care. Yeah, everybody would love to say we have an easy route to get to the Super Bowl. I want them Niners. I know we forecasting, we looking ahead, but they still keep talking about you, and I need y'all. I need y'all in my life because y'all still a dragon that need to be slayed, and y'all gonna get slayed. For real. Y'all gonna get slayed. Y'all gotta wait too long. Too many years, y'all escaped when we should have beat you. Y'all were not better than us in 2021. You wasn't better than us last year. You really weren't better than this year. Even though you gave us the beat down, we were finding our way with that offense. We were finding our way.
That's no lie. That is no lie.
We were finding our way. We said at the beginning of the year the defense was going to be ahead of the offense, but you know what? The offense around midseason, we all said that. Remember, we had the show and we said offense was probably going to start cooking around midseason.
We said that Viagra go kick in.
It's gonna kick in. It's
That's what
gonna
we
kick
said.
in.
The blue pill.
The blue pill.
The blue pill, the red pill, and the green pill. We ate them all. And guess what? We supercharged. We hard for 12 hours. So you feel me? We ain't playing around out in these streets. Let's go, Cowboys. I'm just excited because I mean, damn. I mean, we got a squad, dog. We got a really good squad. Everybody's together. I just love the way Mike McCarthy has just changed this. 3 straight double-digit win seasons, y'all. 3 straight double-digit win seasons. We haven't had that since 94, 95, and 96. By the way, we won the Super Bowl in one of those years.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game, James.
Game changer.
Hey, let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Man, that boy on fire right there. And I don't even know how I can just rebound from that one, man. Hey, man, y'all putting the pressure out there, man. I would say this, though. You know, when you have people preparing your taxes for you, when you make $25,000 to maybe $30,000 a year, you can get Pookie and Ray to do that. That's who the offense used to be. When you had Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan and maybe Kellen Moore, that's Pookie and Ray and them doing your taxes. They can't handle that. So now all of a sudden, when you're making 6 figures, when you're making over $230,000 a year, you can't have Pookie and Ray doing your taxes. You got to have somebody that know what they're doing, a CPA, and that is what Big Mike McCarthy is doing. He is sitting down with a plan of action. He knows the rules and regulation for the nation. He knows how to put people in right places. And one of the things that I was talking to Calvin Watkins to this past weekend, he said, you know what? Out of all of the coaches in the National Football League, this is when Mike McCarthy cooks the most. In December,
that's facts.
He said, you want to look up his information, that is when he cooked. Although he only got 1 ring to represent that, but he is a damn good coach, and he is coaching his team up to levels we haven't seen since the 90s. And he was right on all of those accolades. So now, ladies and gentlemen, put CPA Big Mike in the chat, because that's what he's doing. He is absolutely
Big Mike CPA
and going through all of that stuff. So yes, indeed, man, that's the only thing I can do to put on some of that fire that my guy, the OC, and my guy, Big Game James, were able to do. You know, I just put a little fire in there.
Yeah,
so,
y'all doing too much, man. Y'all
now.
acting like some
it's
preachers,
up to
man.
You now,
y'all acting like some preachers with one mic. Get that preacher bone out there, man, old dog. Get that bone away from these preachers, man. These boys. That boy said Big Mike CPA. Love it, bro. Hey, I observed something too, man, watching this interview. Because to me, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of say it, and you know, we can feed off of it how we feed off of it. But I think and I heard West Coast say this, man, but I said it a little bit different. He said it's Dak's MVP tour. I'm calling it the Dak Shut Up tour. You know, where it's like you go start looking real goofy any minute now. You know, it's gonna be like, okay, my football credibility on the line talking like this. You know what I mean? Like, because I noticed something. I want y'all to tell me. Well, I'm gonna just say it. Watch Dak memory. Watch this.
One of my great memories of you.
Oh, I did that wrong.
Is late August. We go up to Seattle in 2016, 3rd preseason game. Tony Romo gets hurt on the 3rd play, and you go in there, it was a 3rd and 8, and it was still the Legion of Boom back then.
Yeah.
And you look left, you kind of came back, you found Beasley, 12-yard completion, we're on our way. We all looked at each other on the sidelines like, I think we got something here.
Yeah.
And talk about the mentality to be able to go do that and embrace that opportunity.
Steamer option H angle.
Steamer option H angle. That dude remembered the exact play. Bro, he said that was play 3 going against the Legion of Boom, and Dak remembered the exact. If that ain't proof of a superior mind, I don't know what it is. Because, see, Jason Garrett, he could only describe the concept.
Right.
OC, as a play caller, can you describe how smart you got to be to do that?
Yeah, man, because in NFL offenses, there's hundreds of plays.
Right.
There are hundreds of plays. So for you to remember the exact play, you know, and he was actually calling not just the play. He was within what he said, the seam option. He was actually calling the route.
Yeah.
So not only did he call the play, he was calling the route that Beasley ran. He also was identifying that route. So no, Dak has an extremely high IQ, and you know we've been saying this a long time, man. Dak is underrated, man. And for Dak to have to make the transition of playing 3 to 4 different offenses in 8 years, play at a Pro Bowl level, still heavily scrutinized, underappreciated, he has to have an IQ. You can't keep on putting out 30 touchdown, 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons and be dumb. You can't continue to throw for 28 plus touchdowns and 3,000 and 4,000 yards and be a bad quarterback. I mean, my mama said common sense ain't that common, but goodness gracious, pundit, come on now. It's like, this is ridiculous. You still gonna say the man not who he is? It's like, come on. Now look, you can't plant apple seeds and hope for an orange, but listen, you plant apple seeds and look, Dak Prescott is growing those gala apples, the big, juicy, sweet ones that you just pull off the tree in the back of your grandmother's yard if you're from the country and you just say, thank you so much, this is delicious. That's what's going on with Dak Prescott.
Man. Sheesh. Dang.
I mean, put you on the spotlight.
You put me on the spot. Wait a minute.
Because I can go to the next topic because it's just as fire.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. Hey, gala apples are good. Oh yeah. Those gala apples are good, but don't sleep on the Honey Crisp. So, hey, those Honey Crisps are very sweet too. And doggone, we are seeing the fruits of the labors going on over here. Let's go, man. Look.
Say, man, I'm done with Law. I'm done with you, Law. I'm done.
You start talking about a different apple.
That boy said, don't forget about the honeycomb. And then he circled around and talked about the fruits of labor. Man, y'all got Law messed up. Man, Law will make something out of nothing.
Well, we'll make something out of nothing over here, man.
Here we go.
That's so funny.
Hey, I think the biggest thing, what you just said, boss, is Dak's underrated part of his game is his study habits and how much he knows on the field. Pre-snap reads, coming to the line of scrimmage. I think that's a underrated part of his game, him being able to come to the line of scrimmage, see what's going on, and make the calls and adjustments. I think you heard Aaron Rodgers when we were playing that interview, right? Boss, when you played that interview, he was speaking on how good he's coming to the line of scrimmage and he is calling out the defenses, how much he is commanding the offense. And I think that's an underrated part of Dak's game. And it was underrated to me because I never really paid attention to it until really to that second part of the season after we lost to that Niners game. And then I, just started trying to focus on things and just seeing how different Dak really started taking over and really changing the game from that San Francisco game up until now. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of in la land because I just really like how the team is playing right now. Their defense is holding the team under 17.9. That has been since almost 2008 was the last time we had a team where we were holding them under 18 points a game. And when it was like 14 points a game. I think it was like 2008 or 2009, one of those years. Defense is playing really good. Offense is playing really good. Special teams is playing really good. And I'm just like Boss has said, the shut up tour. I'm excited to get to Buffalo because that's going to be a tough game, and that's going to even validate it even more. You feel me, Boss? That game going to Buffalo is going to validate even more. I mean, if you felt like, okay, well, he beat the Eagles. Now, if you go to Buffalo, right? Because Buffalo is tougher at home. They're 5-2 at home. Their defense is better at home than on the road. Their defense is only giving up 14 points a game. Dallas this year is only averaging, and I think their 3 losses only averaging like 20 points a game. So we can change the narrative right here because we're undefeated at home, but I think 500 on the road. So this is another time, these next 2 games, where Dak can continue to change the narrative about what people continue to think about him. Because, there's still the little bit of naysayers. I heard Cam Newton. I love you, Cam. Because I love you, Cam. I love you, Cam. I subscribe to your channel, but you jumped out there and said Dak was a game manager right now. And I say, I don't know. He kind of passed that now. Come on, Cam. But, he said it. He said it.
Man,
Cam is a hater. Cam Magazine.
That sound like hating.
That's what I was about to say. You mad because you ain't playing, dog? Because come on, Cam.
It's clear right now, bro.
You know clear. Better than that. He is not doing game managing football. He is not doing. And I be hella critical of Dak. That ain't game managing what I'm seeing.
It ain't nothing game managing about it.
That is not game managing. That's putting the team on your damn back and saying, this is mine, and we're going through me to win this game. You feel me? Because we talked about how Mike McCarthy is a passing guy, right?
He is.
And if Mike didn't believe that you could throw the ball, we ain't going to be throwing the ball everywhere because he's running offense. And he switched it, so evidently he got to believe all the way in Dak to be this hella aggressive, right?
Yeah.
You cannot not believe in your quarterback and be this aggressive like you are. You have to believe in your quarterback because you're not a running team now. You're a passing team. So if you don't have a belief in your quarterback and you don't believe your quarterback can do these things, you're not going to go that route.
Facts.
No doubt.
Hey, I'm just going down the line, y'all. Just breaking it down piece by piece. It's another piece of it to me that's the biggest piece of it. And before I break this down with y'all, man, I want to say this. I want to lead with this. Cowboy Nation, come here. Let's get in the huddle. Come here. Huddle up. Stop saying we can't beat San Fran.
Who said that?
Everybody's saying it, bro.
Who the hell said that?
Everybody keeps saying it, big. It's so many people that they look at San Fran like the boogeyman. I'm just being honest, bro.
They are not the boogeyman.
They keep saying that they have our card, bro. I keep hearing it.
No, they do not.
Let me break this down. The year that the LA Rams won the Super Bowl, San Fran blew the doggone doors off of the LA Rams that year. I think 35-10 one game, and then they beat them in the other game. But when they made it to the playoff, they had to play San Fran again. Guess who won? LA Rams. So, and on top of that, the Rams are 1-9 versus the 49ers all time. Sean McVay versus Kyle Shanahan. So sometimes teams do have matchup on each other, but it's still an any given Sunday type of moment. What if the LA Rams said, you know what? We can't beat San Fran. Let's not even play because we such and such. No, it's a any given Sunday. And if I'm old enough to remember the Minnesota Vikings beating the 49ers, the Browns beat the 49ers, the Bengals beating the 49ers, then God dog it, the Cowboys can too. We came into that game. Yes, they beat us. They beat the brakes off of us. Yes, I understand that. But we came into that game playing with our what do you call that, cards close to our vest. We didn't really test them in the secondary. And it's not like they got world beaters in the secondary, by the way. So I would say this, Cowboy Nation, look, take can't out of your vocabulary and say that, hey, it's a any given Sunday type of moment, and you just never know. Get out there, lace them up.
More importantly, we trending and getting way better. That's the big. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Let me just play this real quick, and we go wrap this up.
Let's talk about this year. I saw you at the Rangers
How has it served you
playoff
since
game,
then?
and it was 8 years later. If you have that mentality of being coachable and always getting better.
I think for one, just
after the San Francisco game, you guys were on a bye, and maybe there was
all right. I like
a little frustration at that time, and now 6 weeks later, you've never played better football. What's changed since then?
Let me pause it, bro. Say that again.
After that San Fran game,
hold on real quick. Say that again.
I said I like Jason Garrett better in that seat.
Oh yeah. He's Pookie and Ray Ray.
Here we go, y'all.
Hey, before you play it, he's perfect.
Hold on, man. You can't do that.
Perfect. He's perfect in that seat.
Yeah, man. And see, you want to get me going on Garrett, I ain't going to go for it, bro. I'm not.
That one surprised me. That one went into that game prepared, went into that game ready. Personally, thought the team did.
Hold on real quick, bro. I'm going to get this right.
We did. it was a great wake-up, humbling call for us and for this team, and understanding, it's about our.
Let's talk about this year. I saw you at the Rangers playoff game, and it was after the San Francisco game. You guys were on a bye, and maybe there was a little frustration at that time, and now 6 weeks later, you've never played better football. What's changed since then?
After that San Fran game, that one surprised me. You know, that one went into that game prepared, went into that game ready. Personally, thought the team did, thought we were ready to go. And just to get punched in the mouth the way we did, it was a great wake-up, humbling call for us and for this team, and understanding, it's about our journey, but we've got to make sure we're crossing our T's, dotting our I's, and doing every little thing right when you play other great teams like that, because they got the best of us that day, and we didn't fight the way that we should have through the end. And so I think, that pissed everybody off, everybody in the building off. And so raised the focus up a little bit more, heightened the detail. And I think as a few of us changed, we went to the game plan, changing how we want to. And I think as a few of us changed, we went to the game plan, changing. And I think as a few of us changed, we went to the game plan, changing how we want to attack guys. And being able to throw the ball more, spread teams out. After the game, I realized I need to use my feet. I need to be more mobile. Maybe it's, extends out. After the game, I realized I need to use my feet. I need to be more mobile. Maybe it's out. After the game, I realized I need to use my feet. I need to be more mobile. Maybe it's, extending plays, allowing these guys to get open after the initial play. And a lot of good things have happened since then. At this point, we're really just trying to build and put the best versions of ourselves out there each and every week, getting better.
Damn, that was powerful. That was powerful. You feel me? That was powerful to hear him say the stuff that we've been saying. Like, that's the biggest thing I've been saying about Dak for the last couple of years. I know you haven't been the healthiest, but I just been like, run, like yelling at the TV.
Right. Yes.
Run.
Yes,
like,
bro.
it's right there. Run. Like I have been screaming at this TV for so long for Dak to run, because it changes the game. We don't need Dak to be carrying the ball 10 times a damn game. But, dog, if they knock you off your spot and you see that little bit of space, move and run, Dak. You change the whole game by when he does that. And I'm glad he was there. They recognized it. And then you heard right before he said about him running, we went in there and we changed a little bit of things, and we started attacking more, throwing the ball more downfield, more emotions. It was almost like, just like he said, San Francisco was the wake-up call.
It was.
They thought they was prepared. They thought they was doing the right thing. They thought they was coming in with their type of version. And San Francisco said, smack, no, you don't. They said, okay, you know what? We need to go back to what we got to do to be in great right here. And right now, this stuffing the ball up the middle with Tony Pollard, that ain't going to take us there. That ain't going to take us there. And the maturity of the coaching staff, right? That's maturity from the coaching staff to be able to see that. I heard you guys before I came in, the in-game adjustments, or you get smacked in the mouth, you immediately adjusted after that. Man, did we miss that? Because I'm sorry to hate on you, Garrett, but you did not do that.
No.
You were very stubborn and saying, oh, we just got beat like this. That don't matter. We're going to line up and beat you mano a mano. This ain't that. We ain't the 90s no more. This ain't the 90s no more. This is 2023.
Mike McCarthy adapts.
They don't play like that. You got to adapt. You cannot sit there and say, and that's why Philadelphia is losing. You know why? Because they're staying in that same lineup. They ain't being creative, and they're just saying, oh, we're just going to beat you with this. That ain't the way the league works nowadays. You got to be able to move. You got to be able to hide. You got to be able to disguise. And if you don't do that, you're going to get blown out the water.
No doubt. And just to echo what you're saying, I'm seeing a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, man, we need to focus on the Bills. What we say don't have no control of the outcome of the Bills. The Cowboys got to do that. But we trying to add context to the matter. And the matter is, when we was in the 90s, there was about 2 or 3 teams in the NFL on the NFC side. And if you beat that particular team, you know where you're going. Ain't that right, Big Game James? And the right boss, it was the Cowboys, it was the Cowboys and the 49ers, and they were trying to plan, seeing how they can beat each other, even though they had Washington on the schedule, even though they had Packers on the schedule, even though they had other teams on the schedule. So what I'm saying here is that, granted, Eagles are a real good team. Yes, they are. But it is going down to these two teams, the Cowboys and the 49ers for right now. And to add context to the matter, Dak Prescott in that short excerpt that you just played talked about, hey, I needed to use my feet more. Let me add this in. I see my brother from the same mother, twin maker, in the comment sections, right? And he's talking about this and that. But what I'm going to say here is that when the Seattle Seahawks had Russell Wilson over there, that was one guy that the 49ers couldn't beat. You know why? Because he used his legs. He used his feet to get onto the outside. If there's any impediment to the 49ers defense are quarterbacks who can run and get onto the outside and still tack them deep with big passes, because they play that quarters defense. Even though they got different coordinators, they still have the same philosophy there. So I think that the Cowboys, if they utilize the feet more with Dak Prescott, we are a more dangerous team, and we've seen it since that 49ers game. They are using every blade of grass out there, and that's why Dak Prescott is cooking, and that's why Mike McCarthy is CPA Mike instead of
CPA Mike.
Ray.
I love that, bro. That is crazy, man. That's classic.
You know they're gonna start using it. No, they're gonna start using it.
CPA Mike. Nah,
CPA
man, that's
Mike.
Perfect metaphor. And then to the person of people that want us to concentrate on the Bills, we got a whole show, y'all.
Yeah. We gonna get there.
Yeah, so we just played the Eagles. We got the Bills.
We're gonna glory. We're gonna glory in that smackdown of them Eagles because they didn't shut up. They didn't shut up. So I'm gonna glory a little bit and talking about us smacking down them Eagles because they didn't shut up. But hold up. But let me take that back, y'all, because they knew the beatdown was coming, boss.
They did.
Was quiet all week. They was quiet.
Big. They did. And we said it, man. We said it, Big. And Big, we said it. We said he acted like that because he's scared.
He's scared. I told y'all. I said, you scared? He's like, well, when they, hey, y'all, when they go, we'll see. You better win.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hold on.
That's the giveaway. Real quick, y'all.
That's the giveaway.
Y'all killing us on them likes. Appreciate it, though. We got a lot of likes, but it's too many people in the building to only have 194 likes. It's close to 400 people. So let's get the likes up, everybody.
Hold on. I got Joe on the phone right here. Joe, you already Joe. What's up, man? We ain't trying to press buttons on you, man. Briggs! Getting too old for this, man. You call us Briggs. You call us cornballs. How that corn tasting over there? Boy, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Carter, all of the Jalens. Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Hey, so y'all won't cry? Dak Prescott at least gave you a touchdown. That doggone Philadelphia Eagles only scored 6 points. They defense scored more than their offense, and both of them trash.
Oh my God, they were scared.
Y'all know y'all cheated off.
They were scared.
No, they was scared. They real life was scared. Now we gonna get to them Bills. I got one more, and then I want definitely OC and Law. I want y'all to tag team this if y'all don't mind, bro. We got one more from this clip, and then I want to maybe talk about just kind of, cause see, my whole point, cause we gonna get to the Bills, but the whole point is I want all our energy up, man. Like. Right. We gotta understand the flows of a season. That's why they say stuff like mid-season form. You don't start off game one Super Bowl ready. It's a process to get there. So I want all our faith in the right direction. And it's also not just having faith in the right direction, it's because you also getting the evidence, right? You getting the evidence of a good team. You getting the evidence of changes that's common sense. But here we go. Let me just play this last one, OC. And then I'm going to hear from you, Big Dog.
It feels like you are moving more by design, but also spontaneously, and also throwing the ball down the field a little bit more. Is that true?
That's definitely true. I mean, going back to San Fran game and really before that, we want to be aggressive, and you've got to take your shots. And I don't think we were doing that early enough. I mean, Coach McCarthy, and you've got to take your shots. And I don't think before that we want to be aggressive, and you've got to take your shots. And I don't think we want to be aggressive, and you've got to take your shots. And I don't think we were doing that early enough. I mean, Coach McCarthy would be the first to say that. And so now it's about, Coach McCarthy would be the first to say that. And so, Coach McCarthy would be the first to say that. And so now it's about, you give us one-on-one and you want to challenge us, we're going to challenge you, see if you can keep up and you can run with the guys that we have. And we're going to take the top off of it. And then from there, we'll open up other things and play the game that we want to. And so, we've got to be aggressive, and you're going to get our fastball, and that's taking the shot.
That's all.
We do.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
For real.
Yeah, man.
Real.
Dak Prescott explained it beautifully, because at the beginning of the season, what Mike McCarthy had was a governor on Dak Prescott, and he was making him more of a game manager and not allowing him to throw the football down the field. Now, when the philosophy flipped, and I said, look, we're not going to win if Dak Prescott is just a game manager. If he's dink and dunk Dak and you're making him play like he's a rookie and he can't throw that football, and you got so much talent on this team that you got to open it up and challenge defenses. Listen, I'll just transliterate this for you. The victor is normally the more aggressive team. And offensively, when defenses blitz you, you got to make them pay. And that's what Mike McCarthy is doing. It's really simple fundamentals. If you overload that box, if you want to try to pressure Dak Prescott, I'm going to make you pay. I'm going to throw the ball versus your weakest defensive cornerback, or I'm going to hit you up the seam in some open space in the middle of that zone, and I'm going to make you pay. Oh, you don't want to blitz me? Fantastic. Great. We go line up and overload in two tights, and we go run this football and do play action pass. That's what we're going to do. So Mike McCarthy has officially, and I've been saying this the last 6-7 weeks, took the collar off of Dak Prescott and allowed Dak Prescott to be who he is and to be great. And as long as he stays with that formula, we going to be in really, really good shape. We're going to be extremely hard to beat, because nobody's checking CeeDee Lamb unless you roll in coverage over the top. And even then, with his routes, he still can beat you underneath. Nobody one-on-one, nobody I've seen, and I do mean nobody, has checked Brandon Cooks one-on-one that I've seen. Nobody's checking him. So you know what? Pick your poison. You can get hit with the left, you can get hit with the right, but either way, you about to get hit. And that's what's going on with the Cowboys.
Real quick, I gotta say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Shout out to you, OC, because I debate you a lot, and we debated in the beginning, and I personally liked game managing that. I loved it. We used to win 98% of the games when he was safe with the football. But I just want to give you a special shout out, because you really said it real early. Like, bro, you said this offense needs to aggressively go through Dak. I just want to commend you on that, because you you even talked about that governor, bro. And I remember going at you about that, like, because my thing was we was moving the ball. We was number one in 10-play drives. We just weren't finishing. But I'm just being all the way honest, and I just want to submit when somebody was right and I was wrong. I want to submit to it openly. I want to just put it all the way out there. This offense is way better with what you said was gonna happen. OC, just shout out to you, big dog. Real talk.
Yeah,
and real quick on that, boss. It's all good, bro, because look, you right about more things than you're wrong about. But look, at the end of the day, this is the NFL. That's acronym of not for long. And when you playing the best teams and you playing junkyard dogs, remember, going to the Super Bowl and going deep in the playoffs, it's not about beating the sub 500 teams. It's not about that. It's about beating the teams with the best records. If you're going to beat the teams with the best records, most of these teams are physical and they're junkyard dogs. And you ain't going to beat a junkyard dog just putting your hands up and slipping and ducking and trying to avoid punches. You better throw something back to hit that boy to make him respect you. And that's what the deep ball is. If you're going to line up and attack me and you're not going to play even coverage and an even front, I'm going to hit you with this haymaker, homie, and I'm going to make you back up, and I'm going to make you respect me. You ain't going to come in here and just charge me, and that's the key to winning football in today's NFL.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight
Had to hit the business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
That boy got 2 bucks today, man.
Yeah, you got 2 of those.
You got 2 of them things, Law. I know you finna cook.
Well, he's right. He took the governor off, and I always said, me and you, boss, we was on the same page with that earlier in the year. death of 1,000 cuts. We thought that that's what they was going to do.
Yeah.
But that was absolutely them listening to the outside noise, because at that time, everybody was talking about, see how many interceptions Dak Prescott is going to throw. Interceptions was the main thing that they was talking about, even in training camp. So you didn't get a chance to even throw it around in training camp, because every pass that was picked off, people would say, hey, look, you see what that quarterback is doing? So in order to save Mike McCarthy's career, I believe that Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, they were not sold on Mike. If the Cowboys started off 0-3, 0-4, 0-5, I think Mike would have been shipped out of here, and it would have been Dan Quinn's team. So Mike McCarthy had to play it safe to his best, because I don't think that they were invested in Mike McCarthy that way. And that's why you look at games like even the Cardinals, even though they rushed for 255 yards on us, Dak Prescott still was playing it too safe. You had some strangly DBs that didn't really know how to cover that well, but we didn't even expose them because we kept throwing it underneath. Check down, Charlie. So now that we got everything opened up, it's kind of like Dak Prescott driving the vehicle and the parents is not in there no more. They ain't saying put both hands on the steering wheel. You got your seat pulled too far back. Oh, you going too fast. It's 45 speed zone. You going 55. You got to slow it down and all of this stuff. So Dak is now eligible to cook, and we are seeing MVP Dak out there on the field, and we are seeing Dak Prescott carving up teams. And now we're looking at it like, hey, who is this guy? I asked some people earlier today, do you believe that this is the real Dak Prescott now, or do you believe the other Dak Prescott was the real one? I'm going to ask y'all.
Both of them.
And
that's one thing I'm going to say real quick. Just that's kind of frustrating me. I ain't going to get too carried away with this, but I will say this. If you want to come on back to the Cowboy family, come on back. Just come on. Just come on. But I see what's happening with some people. They trying to drift back into the Cowboy circle to have some fun by saying Dak is just way better. It wasn't me. It was Dak. The only thing that added to his game was using his legs. Dak has always been good at throwing the ball. Just period. Even in a complicated system. I just want to say that. So just come on back. We ain't gonna just hold it over your head no more. We ready to join hands and get together. But don't do it in a wee-woo way. Now.
Wait, boss, you lost me for a quick second. So you saying that the Dak that we seeing now, this is who he always been?
Yes. That's exactly no.
I don't agree
I'm
with
saying
that.
he's better throwing the ball. No. He's throwing the ball about the same as his last 2 years. To me, he made a great adjustment with them legs. That was the last thing, but it was a big adjustment. It was a big adjustment. And this is the other thing. This is the other thing.
Back on you on that one, though.
The 2.3 is the biggest difference. It's the 2.3 that made Dak open up. So when I say 2.3, that's the Mike McCarthy philosophy that the play and the ball and decisions need to happen within 2.3 seconds, or it automatically goes into the scramble drill portion of their offense. So with that, it perfectly fits Dak, because it then takes Dak from a protected 3-step, 5-step, or 7-step drop where all his receivers are going to certain spots and he looking for certain ones to win in a certain progression. But if it's not there, it's ad-lib Dak and it's creative Dak, which makes it more basketball-ish. And it's where now go find your spot, find your space. I can still get you the ball.
Let me say this, because I'm going to add this to Big Game James' conversational piece we had in 2019. I asked Big Game James, did Dak Prescott peak? Because is that the highest we going to ever see Dak Prescott? And Big Game James looked at me straight in my eyes and he said, yes, he peaked. We're not going to see no much better than Dak Prescott between 2021. Even in 2021, he was still saying that, hey, Dak Prescott peaked. He is the same from 2019. So, Big Game James, have a little pushback on Boss Cowboys Sports on what you've seen differently. And I'm not saying that you're wrong, Boss, but I'm just going to let Big Game James cook just a little bit.
Well, I mean, and I was on that he peaked thing. I think the thing where I'm going to say I seen different, I feel like what Boss is saying is true. I'm going to agree with everything you just said. that's his best. But I still feel like he's seeing the field better. He's seeing the field better, and he is more confident when he's throwing that deep ball, because he used to miss on that deep ball to me. Everybody used to say Dak is a great deep ball thrower. I didn't think he was, because a lot of times he would be off on his deep passes. And I just felt like the main thing to me, I don't feel like he was seeing the whole field. And that's one of the reasons why I was saying he had peaked, because it's like, dude, you're still doing the same things you were doing 4 years ago. So I wasn't seeing anything different from that. But the main thing that I've seen from this difference is he is seeing the field better. He is going through his progressions better, in my opinion, because I felt like he would lock on one read and then kind of stay with it and wouldn't really come off those other reads until too late. But I feel like once he sees that first read, it's not there, he's going through his progressions. You can see his head. You can see his head just going through his progressions, and I haven't seen that. Maybe he was doing it before, but to this level, I don't feel like, in my opinion, he was doing like that. And I also feel like he wasn't throwing that deep ball the way he was throwing it. He was not attacking that field downfield like he was, in my opinion, prior. And you can even hear what he said. Mike McCarthy, we got aggressive. We started attacking more. We started going downfield more. And even Jason Garrett saying, hey, you really throwing the ball downfield. That's what we've been wanting to see from Dak. And I don't know if I want to ask y'all, you saw him throw the deep ball before, but can y'all really tell me he was throwing that deep ball like he's been throwing it this year? Have y'all can really tell me y'all seen him throwing that deep ball like that?
No, we haven't. No, me and Big debating this. OC, I got you though. me and Big first, man. Mobo OC ready.
Okay.
I don't know what side you're on, OC.
Okay.
Honestly, Big, I think we both right on this. I think we both right, because I think we got to add in the context of why, right? So he's seeing the field better, in my opinion, because the offense is simpler for him. So they asked Jerry.
It's more catered to his strengths.
It's more catered to his strength.
Yeah.
So it's like they asked Jerry a great question, bro. They said, Jerry, what's the difference between Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore? He said, Dak don't got to read the whole field.
Okay.
Ooh, you see what I'm saying? So Dak just gotta this read. Okay, 2.3. Now I'm finna do something else. You know what I mean? And it's simpler, and it's so. That's why, in my opinion, you so right where he is seeing the field better, because he not asked to do as much. With them option routes, he had to read 4 people at the same time who could have 3 different options, plus read that defense and anticipate where they going based on their body language. It was crazy.
Can I just jump in right quick?
Let me say one little thing right quick. Let me just real tiny.
Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is, just bouncing off Boss, is that when you were talking about those option routes, Boss, what's the biggest thing that I saw in those option routes? When they came in, it was almost like you just said, he had to read those 4 people, but it kept him in the pocket because the guys were coming back to you. So you really couldn't scramble, because you're gonna scramble right down to the damn pattern. Right? You're going to scramble to the pattern. And I don't believe they were doing that. Okay, once I scramble, you do the scramble drill, we start scrambling, the receivers start scrambling. You feel me? And I think that's one of the biggest keys. Those option routes, he had to stay in the pocket. And now
that's why he wasn't getting out.
And that's why he wasn't.
Right.
I feel like that's why he was not as good.
Right.
They relegated
that's why I said we both right.
Making him be a pocket passer, a pure pocket passer. And no, you don't got to do that.
You ain't got to do that.
Dual. Right. Dak is dual. And that was his game.
Y'all cooking, but I got to add this in, man.
Add it, boss. Add it, law.
2 things can be true.
It can.
But one thing I can say that is really true, that Justin Herbert looks like Dak, and he looked like the 2021 Dak.
That's true.
Think about it. Look at Justin Herbert for this year, and think about some of the throws that he's been making or what have you. And if you I wish you had the ability to pull up his stats or what have you. He's on line to be just like Dak Prescott in 2021 or 2019 Dak or what have you. So that's why we are seeing some of the issues even with that team, is because of the way they call plays. And yes, Dak Prescott, I believe I got a chance to talk to 2 Live Craig, and I asked him, man, what are some of the things that you're seeing that Dak Prescott is improving improving with. And he said, look at his lead foot. Look at his feet. Don't try not to look what's up top. Just look at what's happening down below. And then as it like this, as above, so below. So when you start seeing his feet moving, you start to see that this dude, his feet are married to his routes. And you, my guy, Bounce Cowboy Sports, you asked 2 Live the exact same thing when we was at SportsCon. You asked him that, hey, you know everything about West Coast, that the routes got to be married to the actual quarterback feet.
The drop, yep.
And DBs can pick upon that.
Yep.
Dak Prescott may first start off throwing more interception because of that, because of the type of wide receiver we had. And then he went into more and more details about everything. And it's on record too, Boss Cowboy. We're going to have to pull it up maybe for the next episode.
Yeah, we need to pull it.
Yeah, we're going to pull it for the next episode because you're right on the money with it.
Man, I appreciate it, man. It's, we all, you know how we do.
Yeah. Go ahead, OC.
Yeah, and no, man, look, I think all you guys are right. And Boss Cowboy, you really hit it on the head. The difference, and I said this, man, almost 8 weeks ago now. I said, remember the old coach that had Brett Favre? He was Mike Holmgren, right? They used to call him the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
And right after him, right, then you have Mike McCarthy coming there, and then you have the Aaron Rodgers era, the great Aaron Rodgers era at his peak. And I said that Mike Holmgren was the quarterback whisperer, and I said that Mike McCarthy is the quarterback maximizer, and that's what you see. He's the quarterback maximizer for the reasons that you said, Boss Cowboy. His maturity is the perfect balance between what Kellen Moore really wanted to do and what you need to do to maximize Dak's effectiveness. You don't make Dak read the whole field. It was too much information for him to process. Not that Dak is not brilliant. It's too much information for any quarterback to process and to be accurate and to make in-game adjustments. You have to limit the reads and allow your quarterback to be an athlete and to make some decisions. Now, to the deep ball, if we look back 2 years back, and even going up to about 2 years back, Dak Prescott had the highest deep ball percentage besides, I believe,
Russell
Tom
Wilson.
Brady.
And it was Russell Wilson.
So Dak Prescott was always pretty good.
He was always top 4 in deep ball accuracy. Always.
But to your point, Big Game James, he's on another level this year because he's putting that ball perfectly. I mean, some of the drops
he is on another level this year.
He's placing that football perfectly, and so I believe
we ain't seen him throwing it like that.
I ain't see him. Okay, I see why y'all was pushing me now. I see. I see now. Cause see, see, this part is also different about Dak that I gotta say is different. And I didn't mean to cut you off, OC.
Sorry, OC.
Yeah, he's on a completely different level. And look, it's something about knowing, man. And shout out to Dak, man, and his family. I heard, his fiance, girlfriend, they're about to have a child, and she's pregnant, right? Man, I think it's another level of motivation and focus when you know that, man, I think a little bit of it's personal, like, hey, man, I got to take care of this, man. I got something coming here, man. I got to lock all the way in. So I think the degree of focus is just making Dak that much better than what you had last year. But now Dak Prescott is dealing that football, and Mike McCarthy has done what I don't think any other coach has really done, is that he's read Dak perfectly personality-wise, and he's communicating with Dak in such a way to make Dak Prescott feel free and give him maximum confidence. He did the exact same thing with Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers was taking over for Brett Favre, when Brett Favre was going out, and you saw Aaron Rodgers explode on the scene and just put up ridiculous numbers. He has the formula. He's doing the exact same thing with Dak Prescott, and he's getting the best out of Dak Prescott by how he's managing and talking to Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott doesn't have pressure. Even if he makes a mistake, Dak Prescott has confidence. He has freedom. He knows that this thing is going through him, and he understands that he has the keys to the kingdom. That's what's going on.
Real quick. This is why I got to say, Big. I see why you push me. Just real quick. Think about the deep ball that he threw to CeeDee Lamb. It was off his back foot. It wasn't just perfect. It was the degree of difficulty. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then that one that he threw to Cook, that drop, that was also off his back foot. See, Dak always been accurate on the deep ball, but now he hitting deep balls off balance, bro. This is different. This is different, Big. I see why you push back.
And think about this, to you, all of your guys' point, when you're talking about simplifying the offense, I think when we did a show, you played I don't know if it was Law that played it or you, boss, but also the receivers were already talking about it. Kevontae Turpin, they interviewed him and they said, what's so different about the offense, Mike's here. He said, it's simplified. Yep. We don't have to feel like we're thinking all the time when we're doing our routes. Jalen Tolbert said it. Kevontae Turpin said it. They all said it. So if they said it, then Dak has to feel it as well. You get what I'm saying? And here's another thing. Remember when we had Jesse Holley on the show? And I'm backing up OC on this because, boss, you did say, you like, hey, I'm cool with Dak being, and I was saying I'm cool with him just throwing, like 25, 30 times a game. But the biggest thing I was saying with Dak was that he's going to have to make some throws this year, though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Jesse Holley said it. He said, hey, Dak can throw the ball, but this year, if Dallas wants to go somewhere, Dak gonna have to make some throws this year. That's what was said on that show. That's what was said on that show. And if you watch this year, Dak is making those throws.
Man.
And that's the difference. Dak is making these throws when you need them. I mean, they keep on playing.
Super throws. It's not just throws. It's super throws.
That was a super throw he threw to Jake Ferguson.
Oh, that's one to Jake. That's another off his back foot.
He short-armed it.
Bro, that's crazy.
He short-armed that throw and still got it there. And did you see Jake's hands like that? That ball barely missed that defender's fingertips.
Man, Dak touches. I told y'all he is Klay Thompson.
I
told y'all, bro. He the Klay Thompson, the quarterback. Hey, I'm seeing all y'all super chats too. We go get to all these super chats. I see it, y'all. I appreciate it too. Landlord. I see my dog Landlord in the building. I want to say shout out to the homie.
The
DMV,
nefarious
I saw
one.
him in the building. I always want to shout out all the boys who doing the content. Man, shout out to you boys. I got 2 more topics that's fire, bro.
Let's get it.
Can y'all handle it?
Yeah, we pushed it.
Make sure y'all ain't got no curfews.
My curfew's at 11, so come on.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna start with the fun one.
I want me some glory hole.
Here we go.
Jerry, right now it's looking like a high of 46, partly sunny with 12-mile-per-hour winds. Will you take that?
I'll go with it. Here we are in the middle of December in Buffalo, New York. The gods are looking out after us.
That's that Jimmy Johnson effect, man.
That's what I was talking about.
Hey.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Because any other time, man, it would have been like a negative 4 degrees, wind chilled, snow, rain, all sleet.
Yeah.
And what they say? What they say? What the devil meant for good, God made it. What the devil meant for evil, God made it for good. So the football gods are shining. The football gods are shining on us, y'all. They shining on us because they set this up to get us. The schedule, the NFL schedule said, oh yeah, we gonna get y'all. We gonna send y'all to Buffalo in December. Come on, man. They was trying to set us up, dog. I made the tweet. They was trying to set us up.
And see, I got some evidence, man. Y'all know me. I get goofy, man. I start researching stuff. So when we played Philly the first time, November 5th, right? Remember, we lost 3 fumbles that would have turned the game, each one of them.
Right.
Then on November 19th is when they came out with Jimmy Johnson going into the Ring of Honor. Right? Then notice how this game we recovered all the fumbles.
All three.
Dog, like
the curse is broken.
Yeah.
The curse is broken.
Like say you can't help but kind of say, hey,
man, that curse is broken. I feel you. I'm 100% with you. The curse is broken, boss. You feel me? I already said it on record that we're at least going to an NFC Championship game this year. I'm on record and saying it.
What?
I keep saying it.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm not moving from it. We are going to the at least to an NFC championship this year.
Get that Kool-Aid ready.
I mean, it really ain't even Kool-Aid. It's
Yes,
just
it
what I
is.
really feel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. I took a sip, but
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, Big, I took a sip too. I ain't gonna eat a lot. I snuck in the refrigerator myself,
Hey,
dog.
hey,
I done
hey,
snuck in the
we-
fridge
hey,
myself.
hey,
I said I wasn't
hey,
drinking
hey,
no more damn Kool-Aid after San Fran
Mom.
until I saw my defense with some dark side. I'm
feel me?
lying.
Hey.
I'm lying,
Mom.
bro. I done took so many sips of that Kool-Aid. I done took more than
Hey.
one.
After we beat them Eagles, boy, I had a big old jug of that joker in my Dallas Cowboy cup. I had to drink in my cup. I'm sorry. If y'all think I'm being back and forth, just get mad at me. I don't give a damn. I drank some. Yeah, I did. We're going to an NFC championship.
I did, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I sipped.
So you can put the dog away, boss. You can put that dog away.
Nah, I still got the dog. He in the
You
back.
gotta keep that dog because
He in the
anytime
back,
that
bro.
dog
I ain't kick out my dog, but
yeah,
he for emergency purposes, Law.
For emergency purposes.
Yeah, let them come out here and do some goofy stuff on Buffalo. That dog will be right
man,
back
that
at
dog,
it.
that dog will be his ass right back.
What's up with it? What's up? What y'all doing up in here? What's going on? What's happening?
What's happening?
I don't see nothing. That dog will come right back. Let them play with me. All right, hold
feel
on.
me?
I got all right, this is the last one, man. This is the last one. All right.
Oh my gosh.
This is the last one. I got y'all, man. I got you. All right, here we go. Here we go. And all the links, I always do this, man. I keep all the full interviews in the description, man. I ain't gonna never cheat nobody out they content. Here we go, though. Check it out.
Jerry, you guys sit at 10-3 now, which is the same record you had through 13 games last year. You were 9-4 the year before that. Obviously, those seasons didn't end the way you wanted them to, but what is your greatest reason for optimism that this year is going to be different?
I love that question from Bobby.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on real quick. Bobby be pissing me off how he don't be liking Mike McCarthy, but on that question, I gotta hit my
Oh,
clap
I forgot
button.
Bobby don't like Mike like that.
Oh, he be tripping on Mike.
Ooh.
Oh, he be. Oh, he
Who
want
do
to
you
give
want?
Kevin
He
more
want
credit
Sean?
so damn mad. Oh, he be getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Oh man, he just refused to give Mike, but it's okay. But on that question, oh man, I gotta clap it up for him. Because the answer, hold on, listen.
Reason for optimism that this year is going to be different?
Well, I really think that Dak playing the way he's playing, in coordination with what Mike's wanting it to be on the offensive side of the ball. Understanding with maybe as a result of the time that he and Mike have spent together, but the understanding of just the field position, the complementary football, and what a head coach that has been around what I call a walk-around head coach that has been walking around or been around all phases of the football. They have a little different perspective when they're calling the plays on offense if they're the coordinator as well. And it's more complimentary. And I think we're getting the benefit of that. But I think Dak's adaptation to what Mike wanted to, the direction he wanted us to go in, is big.
I gotta go. I gotta start this off. Y'all gotta let me have the flow on this one. Oh, God, dog. Listen, this is why that question is so important. What's gonna make y'all different was basically saying how y'all gonna get past San Fran. What make you think y'all get past San Fran? That was a smart way of asking that question. The first thing he said is an indication of what Big was always saying, that it was some doubts on that, right? Because when his first answer is Dak, that means that's who you was looking at first as the reason we probably didn't get over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
Then his second thing he added to it, he said Dak in the combination of Mike McCarthy and his ability to adapt to Mike's offense. But then the third thing he said is understanding field position. Who is he taking a shot at with that? Kellen Moore.
Yeah. That's his 2nd shot too, by the way.
That's a good shot. The last thing he said is complimentary. And then the 5th thing that he said, because y'all remember I used to always say Kellen Moore calls plays like a single man, but he married. He never considered the whole family. Y'all remember I used to say that?
Yeah.
And then that boy Jerry Jones came out and said, we got a head coach that's a walk-around head coach. But when you are a head coach, you have a different perspective as a play caller. That's another shot at Kellen Moore. Man, that's saying that they made all the adjustments in the offseason and it worked.
It did. It did. And when you think about it too, with Mike McCarthy having his appendix taken out or what have you, whatever surgery he had, to be back out there, there's people right now with an ear infection saying, I'm taking the weight off, man. I ain't finna be doing all of this, man. No. So big Mike McCarthy got the team behind his back, right? And he understands that, hey, this team got momentum and he don't want to slow that down and stop that. So yes, Mike McCarthy is the reason why we are where we are at right now. And we could have been even further if we were not trying to drag the dead weight around. Like you said, Kellen Moore called the plays like a single dad or a single man, but he's married. So yeah, you're right. You're right, boss. I got no other rebuttal to that.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing when he said Dak, I mean, you know, just like you said, it verified it for me, because Jerry, people keep forgetting, Jerry was the one that was going through the building before they signed him to that deal. Dak's our man, right? Dak's our man, right? He was going through all the staff. Dak is our guy, right? He was going in asking people before we make this payment, before we make this big payment,
right?
Dak is our guy, right? We all believe in Dak before I make this payment. I'm about to spend a lot of money on this man. Do we all believe in him? So that just to me confirms that they still had a little bit of doubts of, can Dak take us all the way? This was the year, and I also said this too, boss, when we were on our show, that Jerry, in my opinion, this is just me, when he starts seeing this team play, and when he starts seeing this Dak play, he said, Jimmy, get your ass in the ring.
Yeah.
Because we might go somewhere. We actually might go somewhere with this team, because I ain't seen this Dak. Get your ass in the ring of honor.
You not lying, bro. Because see, on top of that, look how now they start leaking that they go pay Dak.
You feel me?
Big, I'm going to be honest, I ain't feel you at first when you used to be like, they don't trust Dak. But now, when you look at now, so now it's almost like they seeing what they wanted to see through Mike.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong
Because
button.
remember, boss, think about this, boss. Get that out of there.
My bad, bro. Hit the wrong button.
Get that shit out of here. But just think about this, boss. Right, you feel me? When we were talking about this season, remember, I said the reason why I felt like they didn't sign him to that extension was they said, we need to see you with Mike by himself. We're going to get you these players. We're going to draft this guy. We're going to have you and Mike by yourself, and we're not going to sign you yet because we need to see you and Mike by yourselves, and we'll see if you can do it. I feel like they were chilling, and then after this explosion of this team, and they're like, okay, you know what? Even when we had Kellen here, it didn't look like this.
It didn't look like this at all.
And see, they doing it the way that they said that they was going to do it. That's the big part.
You feel me?
See, I always said, I need your help on this one. I used to always say, when you a real player, you can say, watch this. Like when you a real ladies man, you could approach a lady and tell all the homies, watch this, and go do what you intended to do. See, Mike McCarthy talked about what was going to be the results of my play calling, and he doing what he said he was going to do. He was saying that complimentary was the key. He was saying all of that, rest his defense. He was saying all of that. He was saying Dak go have less interceptions under me. He's being a player. He's being what my boy Law saying a CPA. He said, watch this, and did it.
Facts. Yeah, man. Look, Mike McCarthy, man, has done a masterful job at building the football organization, right? The Cowboys were just a team with a bunch of talented players and great marketing. He's actually building a team. He did the exact same thing at Green Bay. So he's following the same pedigree and profile that he did there. And he's implementing, okay, hey, look, we need to have this. We need to have that. This is how this needs to go. Like, it's a difference between being a head coach and being an operator. I think Mike McCarthy is a true operator. Like, he understands the ebbs and flows and what needs to happen and when it needs to happen and the time frame and where you need to be and when you need to get there, right? And so that's what he's done fantastically with Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott is supposed to get paid. Like, every day his numbers going up. You just saw what happened with Shohei Ohtani, $700 million. That's almost $1 billion. They are paying athletes,
and
with
it's guaranteed.
Bats. Look, fully guaranteed. And look, man, hey, the number is going up on Dak, especially when Dak get that MVP. When Dak get that MVP, oh my goodness, that number is going through the roof because you understand his agent. There will be no mercy.
He's gonna play a hard ball.
There will be no mercy in the dojo.
No mercy.
So look, man,
you ain't lying.
Look, my best advice, when you figure out your seed in the playoffs, go ahead and try to get that deal done. Because if you let this playoff run fully consummate, oh my goodness, that number's going through the roof.
Dak is going.
Guess what?
He gonna
I got to
demand
throw
to be
this.
last.
I got to throw this at you. You know, it's different, fellas, man. And we all know, man, being chased is different from chasing, right? So when you chasing it, you know, fellas, y'all already know when you chasing it, you doing everything and anything to go get it, right? But now that you're sitting back and now she's chasing you, oh my goodness, that's a whole nother playing field. And Dak Prescott is wise and smart enough to say, hey, when the season kick off, hey, I don't negotiate nothing, you know, and he for dog sure not going to negotiate anything during the postseason. So now,
you're right.
At first, Dak was chasing, right? He was saying, hey, I'm good. I'm the dude that can do X, Y, and Z. I'm the dude that can bring this to the table. And now, guess what? After week 5 and beyond, shoot, Dak Prescott can chill. Now his agent said, hey, you don't even have to run. Jerry's going to chase you. Because remember, they were trying to chase him up out of there. They brought Trey Lance in the building. People were still, remember at the first part of the season, there was some still Cooper Rush people that were saying that, hey, put Cooper Rush in behind this defense. This defense is like the 85 Bears. This defense is like the 2000 Ravens. Who remember that? Who's old enough to remember all of that? Because I'm quite sure y'all was saying put any quarterback back there and we have been able to do what we are seeing now. But now guess what? Dak Prescott looked back and say, hey, I don't have to run now, ladies and gentlemen. She's chasing me.
3, 2, 1, drop it. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.
It's time to
Man, we got that bounce pass so down by now. God dog, we cold with it.
And when she chasing you, Law, she gonna do anything you say. And that's the issue. That's what's fixed to happen. You about to do everything the man said. And look, we said this earlier, Boss Cowboy. Look, man, Dak Prescott rises with that competition. So one of the greatest blessings was bringing Trey Lance in the building.
That was
because
a good
you did
move.
that. Get him. Look, Dak Prescott said, okay, watch this. Watch this.
Okay, watch
this.
Yep. Facts, OC. Facts, OC. Facts,
All
OC.
right, man.
He said, sit back and watch this.
We got 1,000 super chats, man. So let's get to them. OC Big Game James. We gonna go to all our channels, man. We go.
Let me go first on mine right quick. Can I go with mine right quick?
You got.
I got Action Pal with the $2 holla. He said it goes all back to McCarthy stressing simplifying. Yes.
Love it.
And then we got, is it Chavez Robinson? 1999 holla. He said, damn right, BGJ. I think he was talking about when we were talking about the McCarthy thing and Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, the curse gone. Man, appreciate the 20 bones. 20 bones.
Appreciate the holla. We like the oranges and the
reds.
We like them. And then Suave gave a $5 holler. He said the football gods are our sides. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
One. I have them going to the NFC Championship game and winning. January 28th is a special day in Cowboys history. Holla.
Yeah. I can go. I got Dirty Sanchez for the $4.99 for your mind. Yes, indeed, man. Salute to Dirty, man. He says, so what happened to the Eagles? Didn't they hear the start whistle on Sunday? Did they hear anything? What's going on with them? You know, hey, Dak being nice. Dak being nice. Anytime we in AT&T Stadium, he at least give them 7 points. He gave them, when we put 40 on him, Dak gave him 77 points. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Y'all remember that?
Gave the first part of the game. Gave him the interception.
What have you. He gave Jalen Carter so that they won't hear Jalen Carter cry. He said, all right, this is what I do to you, Jalen Carter. Hush your mouth. All right, I give you one. You gonna hush all that crying? I'm better hush your mouth if I give you something to cry for, Jalen Carter. True story. I got another super chat from Illmatic. Thank you for your $2 support. He says, who want to move on from Tyron Smith now?
I don't.
I'm still can I jump in this one though? Let me jump in. I'm jumping all in this one though. I ain't saying you gotta get rid of him, but I'm gonna tell you like this:
get his replacement.
You're gonna be a fool if you don't draft a tackle high in this draft.
That's fair.
Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Just because he's doing well, they're managing his practice schedule. That's why this is happening. You still must draft his replacement this year.
We should have drafted
his replacement last year.
His replacement should have been Jones.
No, you shouldn't. You should have drafted his replacement 2 or 3 years ago. That's what you should have done.
No, in that tackle class last year, that was the one, bro.
No, this tackle, this tackle class.
This tackle class is good.
Okay.
Is
well, there it is. Now.
You're gonna have at least 7.
Oh, that's it. Dirty.
Tyler Smith is to stay. Tyler Smith is to stay at guard now, right? You ain't finna move him now.
I'm still open to moving him. I'm still open to moving him. Yes, I am.
No, leave it alone.
It just depends on how the offseason go. That's all.
You gotta draft your tackle now.
It depends on how the offseason go. I know he killing the guard. I know he the best guard in the game right now. I'm just saying I'm open to it depending on what the need is.
Look, boss. No. You got to keep this man at one spot now. We can't play him. We had him at tackle last year. We got him at guard this year. He's got to settle in.
We'll debate this in the offseason, bro. This is an offseason debate.
Yeah, because I actually agree with you, boss. I agree with you, man. This is a wait and see situation because you got to see how well the left tackle plays, whoever it is. You got to see how well they play. We know what Matt Willisco
Sim Richards
is a no-no.
Also,
Matt Willisco is a no-no. Get them out of there. Get them both out of here.
So Josh Ball is a cat with 10 lives. So I don't know. Is he on his 9th or 10th life? I don't know.
I don't think they got no more lives though. Let me keep it real. We got TJ Bass, we got a Sim Richards, and you draft another tackle high. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, Sim Richards is a good prospect. You got to see him have a huge jump from year 1 to year 2. The key to Sim Richards is how well. Yeah, he got to get stronger and he got to get more technical. So, how well does he play in training camp? How well does TJ Bass play? Because TJ Bass is like a wild card. He can play like multiple positions. Huh?
Yeah.
Because you think TJ Bass? Because I like the way we need to keep a hold of TJ Bass for Zach Martin. That's who.
Facts. He can play center or guard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's who our guy. They need to hold on to him because he got some nastiness to him too. That's why I like him. He got some nastiness to him, and we need nasty on the line, Mr. Nasty Time. We need that on the line, Mr. Nasty Time.
Facts.
So you feel me?
Man, y'all was ready to fight over that Tyler left tackle.
Got 2 more suits, man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I got Chris 214, not 44. Dak in his bag, proving haters wrong every week. MVP Dak. That's what he said. And then with the follow-up super chat with the $2 holla, appreciate you, Chris 214. He says, is Gallup slowly regaining wide receiver 3 back? Now, this is what I'm going to say about Gallup. We don't talk about my.
Oh, hell no.
I'll
We
answer
don't
that
talk
question.
about Michael.
I will answer the question.
We don't talk about
I
Michael.
will answer the question.
Gallo.
I got you, Law. I got you.
He's been a pro.
Can you read that question again?
He says, is Gallup slowly regaining wide receiver 3 back?
Oh, hell no.
Gallup, hey, I know we live right now. That button wasn't from me, Gallup. I know you still mad
It was
at
from
me.
me.
That's from Boss Cowboys
Yeah,
Sports.
it's from Boss. I know you watching, Mike.
Oh,
But, hey,
hell no.
Hey, Michael, I'm going to tell you this. You've been the consummate pro. I'm going to give you props. You've been the consummate pro, been chilling, but I'm going to go on with that button that Boss hit.
And let me say this too, man, and I'm not saying this because he's watching. If you make plays like you made at the end, yes. And you keep making plays like that, yes. But as of now, no. See, because I have to be all the way honest on what my coach told me. He said when you start seeing that the younger player is looking just as good as the older player, you go with the younger player. I got to stay consistent to that. I got to stay consistent to that. The only way that you do get the number 3 or number 2 position back is you got to make everybody wrong as hell. What's going on right now with Jordan Lewis? We always like, Jordan Lewis, what the hell you doing in these pivotal third downs? And we was on his neck. Now we ain't saying nothing. We quiet. Why? Because he making plays. That's what it comes down to. Keep making plays, make everybody eat crow, Michael. And then we'll be over here saying, yeah, we said you wasn't a number 3 and we hit the hell no button on you. But now it's the hell yes, but it's based on the plays that you made. So keep making plays like you made. Michael, keep making the plays like you made, because all of us had to take a bite of that crow when you dove and you drug your toe and made that hard-ass catch. So, but as of right now, no.
Let me give y'all my order right now. I want Dak Prescott to Lamb, Ferg, Brandon Cooks, Turpin, Cavante Turpin, the speedster, right?
Yes.
That's a
and order. Now I see Gallup in the mix because I had Jalen Tolbert over Gallup, but Jalen Tolbert, to me, he's been running some wrong routes or something. You know, he's not on the same page at times. So now I think that Gallup has trumped Jalen Tolbert in the pecking order.
Now that experience is kicking in, Law. I think that experience.
And to Michael Gallup credit, he fighting for it.
He fighting for it, man.
I do appreciate that. Like, he not laying down.
He's been a consummate pro. He's been a consummate pro.
Yeah.
This is Gallup right here.
What more do you want from me? You stupid. Law, you stupid.
I got 2 more super chats, man. I got Mike DC for life for the 199 for your mind. He
Can
said,
you play that again,
yeah, here we go.
Play that again. Play that.
And then I got Tank Will, man. He says for the $4.99 for the super chat. He says, shout out to the final word. Loving all of y'all energy tonight. We need y'all to keep holding it down for the nation. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats.
There you go, man. Let me get to these super chats. I'm going to roll through them, man. The first one we got coming from this Shannon.
Before you finish that, boss, can I ask y'all a question before you start with your super chats?
Yeah.
Regina Green just said something, and I want to ask y'all this real quick before you do that. Should we bring Brandon Cooks and Stephen Gilmore back for 1 more year?
I think Brandon Cooks already on a 2-year contract.
He's on a 2-year, right?
But Gilmore absolutely yes.
And everybody need to call him old too. Like, yeah, man, that old bring the old man. That make him
old every day. Call him old every day.
Absolutely bring Gilly back. Let me make the case for Gilly. I'm gonna be quick. Okay. It's more so because of Diggs' knee. Like Cowboy Nation, we a lot of times forget that it takes usually 2 years before players become
Terrence Steele.
There we go.
Exactly. Michael Gallup. And then we just now starting to say Pollard look like he getting his burst back. Why? Because it take a while to heal. So Gilly is in great insurance. And then if you get that, you don't have to reach in the draft. Plus you know, so he's still giving you a lot of dog. And you could do what most teams do from a number 1 receiver to a number 2 receiver. Once a guy really becomes that number 1, the other former number 1 usually just kind of drifts to the number 2, and you kind of hardly know what happened. So like Thielen became the number 2 in Minnesota because Jefferson was the obvious number 1, you know? And it happens, and that's how we should do it with Gilly. Absolutely bring Gilly back.
They said, what about J. Lou in the chat? Ooh, y'all quiet.
Depends on the price.
Okay, yeah. If you, as you say, Law, if you
got
bring him
Eric
back
Scott.
for a cup of coffee, you
Just
bring him
depends
back
on
for
the
a cup
the
of
young guy.
coffee. Yeah, but you got too many
Yeah.
young talented dudes, and you got dudes in the draft
Yeah,
that you
'cause
can
we
go
got
get
Eric
that
Scott.
will equal his production and got more upside. So
Yeah.
then it's time to let him go.
And will
'cause
be
he's not cheap.
cheaper.
Yeah.
And will be cheaper. And will be
Yeah,
cheaper.
because you
No,
also
they throwing in one more
you don't
thing,
want him to
Van Der
become a
Esch.
progress stopper.
No, Van Der Esch got to go. He need to retire.
But
Shout out to
we
Van
getting
Der
into draft stuff though.
Yeah. Go ahead, y'all. We be all night
Super
talking
chats,
about
bro.
this. Yeah.
Go with super chat.
All right, here
bro.
we go, man. I'm gonna get to these super chats. I'm gonna be quick. DeShannon said, "This is why they didn't pay Dak before Zeke, so they can say that the rookie kept Dak from his money." Exactly. They play all those games. And see, I know, don't get me started on that. And then Chris 214 said Mike had let the pill activate first, and he was talking about why Dak getting paid and why they now trying to really, you know, he said, yeah, so that's
Blue Chew, Mike.
And then Heavy said with the $2 super chat, he said, I was right about Big Mike. Yeah, you was right. And then James said, it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at your craft in your field. Dak has that threshold. That's so true.
That's true.
He know all the answers to the test. That's so true. He the Brady and Manning mode. Oh, that's so true. And I say Romo.
Yeah.
He and Neo the Matrix. Oh, man,
Yeah.
fantastic super chat. Oh my God. DeShannon said, dimes. Dak dimes.
Yeah.
Said, salute to the final word. And Cowboy Nation, we got the MVP on our hands thanks to Big Mike Soprano. We used to pray for times like this, y'all. He ain't lying.
You ain't lying, bro. Salute.
We really used to pray for times
Man,
like this. And then Chris 214 said that deep ball to Gallup was perfect.
Yeah.
And they was talking about, I guess, that debate. That was that debate we was having. I yielded to
And it was
Big
third
on
and
that.
5.
I yielded to Big on that. I saw one of y'all say I never admit. I guess you ain't been watching the show, bro.
Nope.
And then my boy Action said, this is all because simple is better. Oh, I love the super chat. He said, credit Mike McCarthy. He simplified and Dak simply balling. It's perfect super chat. It started with the cadence, bro. And then OG,
here we go.
OG is just the last one.
Here we go.
OC, you see how I didn't talk over that drop, OC?
Yeah, I'm gonna drew you offside. There you go. There you go.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say
OC
nothing.
been doing a bit on that. He been doing a bit on that.
That was
Nah,
beautiful.
OC.
That was beautiful.
But sometimes OC used to get excited, but used to keep talking all over that drop, man. I'd be like, God dog it. Anyway.
I was quiet, sir.
No, you been killing it.
Yeah.
My boy
Yeah.
OG Ill Jill said, shout out to Boss, Law Big, OC, Cam Newton on this podcast saying that a game manager, Dak, can't win the MVP. Yeah, we already said that that's likely hating, bro.
Yeah, it hate, man.
You
He,
know,
he
we-
even hate on Dak cadence, so I think that he want to be.
He did.
in the
He
light
said
of
Dak's
Dak
cadence
Prescott.
wasn't better than his.
And that's bullshit because that's that dope, man. They made music off of that one, man. So yeah, shout out to my
We gotta
guy, Black
stop
Dude.
doing that, man.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
just gotta
yeah.
stop that. I just hate to see that, man. Just boys, just cause the young bull up and coming, man. You wanna act like the old fart and try to crab a dude. Final words, man. I'm gonna kick it off. It's very important to me that Dak actually win his MVP. I've been thinking about this, y'all. I've been thinking about this. I don't think he go win it unless the team wins it, because at this point, I know that they looking to take it. They want Purdy to get it. They want Purdy to get it. And
I
this
don't
is-
want Dak to win it.
I'm gonna explain why, and I know why, because I know people talk about that. Usually the MVP don't win a Super Bowl, right? Or some people say they don't want it to be a distraction. Well, that curse was broken last year when Mahomes won it, so that superstition don't apply because it's already been disproven, you know? So I would say my thing and the main reason I want Dak to win it is because I want him winning MVP to hurt the profit motive of those who use the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott as a profit tool, because that's what's going on. They are placating to the massive hater crowd so that they continue to hate on Dak. But if he wins MVP, they can't do that. And I want them to lose the cash cow. Dak is their cash cow. That's all they want to do is continue to manufacture controversy. Like, look what they did to Dak last year when everybody knew that last year was an anomaly. Everybody knew that the interception year was just a one-off with Dak. And all of us pretty much proved that it was more Kellen in those drops than Dak. We already proved that. They didn't care. Why? It was a profit motive. So if he get MVP, y'all can't use Dak and say he's average and say he's ranked 15 and that he can't carry teams. You can't continue to be a distraction for money. That's the main reason I want him to win MVP. That's my final word.
Well, my final word is this. Wow. I just, if we're talking about the MVP, I mean, it's cool to me if Dak wins it. I don't really care if he does or not. I don't care about no MVPs. I want to get to a damn Super Bowl. That's the only thing I care about right now, getting to a championship and getting to a Super Bowl. And this team, I've been saying it for about 4 years now. We've had the talent to do it, but we just haven't. To me, it's been coaching. It's been that front office, and it's been coaching that has stopped us. We've had the talent to overcome all this, but it's been the coaching. It's been the head front office, and it's been the coaching. And right now, I can look at it and say we've been talked about it. The front office yielded and said, "Okay, you know what? We're gonna step back and give this to you, Mike. We're gonna step back and give this to you, Mike." And we've been seeing it with the Brandon Cooks, with the Stephen Gilmore, with the Mozzie Smith. You let Mike McCarthy say, "Hey, Kellen, you got to get out of here." So the front office feel like they put Jimmy Johnson in the ring. I feel like they did their part on that end. And then Mike McCarthy taking over and saying, "Look, if you really want me to do this, if we're gonna win, I need to do it my way." Right. Like Frank Sinatra, we're gonna win. I gotta have
it my
this.
way.
You got to do it my way if we're gonna win this. So you got rid of the last Jason Garrett-ish element out of here. All that's out the building. This is my stuff. It's kind of like when you get a new coaching staff and you got that player on the team that they love, but when you got him, you like, I don't like him so much. I want to go get my guy, right? And now Mike McCarthy, the coaching, Dan Quinn, I think he came back because he knew Kellen was leaving too. I'm with you, dog. So now you got the camaraderie. Remember we talked about in the beginning, boss? One mind, one thought. And that's what's going to take us over the top, this whole team being one mind, one thought. And now we're seeing that one mind, one thought. And now it's time to take it. I mean, it's right here for the taking. We can beat every one of these teams that are on this schedule at the end. It's just time to take it. That's my final word. It's time to take it. And the last thing, we always just get mad at what Jason Garrett would say this saying, but I'm going to have to say it right here. We need to finish this fight, dog.
Law.
That's my final word.
We ain't talking about Buffalo, bro.
Oh, I was
going
to swoop it in.
Give a hell about no
my
Buffalo.
final word. You know, it is Tuesday.
Yeah, we also do the same thing.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Good. We got two guys do it.
Okay, yeah. I want to make sure we got it some Buffalo.
Yeah, we'll do some Buffalo.
Yeah, I got you, man. So look, man, I mean, when you talk about the Buffalo Bills, man, you got a physical football team, man, that got some young, talented guys. You got a guy in Josh Allen, the guy, man, really a cannon of an arm, can make off-platform throws, and also has shown himself to be an effective runner. We've shown that we got the recipe and the personnel to stop guys like that. We're going to put Marquise Bell in the middle linebacker position along with Clark playing on the weak side. We're going to corral this guy, and we're going to play very physical inside. This is a great test for the Cowboys, and the Bills are not to be taken lightly. They're going to give the Cowboys everything the Cowboys can handle. This is not going to be an easy game for the Cowboys, in my opinion. They got Diggs, they got talent, they got other running backs, they got a solid defense, they got Ed Oliver out of my alma mater. You know, they got the vintage, the Hall of Fame. You know, got my man rushing off the edge there, up
Miller
there as well. And I'm losing his name, Von Miller. Thank you so much. And then you got also, I believe, Russo over there playing out of U of M, man. That up and coming rusher.
I was
and
look,
don't forget about AJ too. Is he gonna play?
And you got AJ. You got AJ. Yep, you got AJ as well. So look, they got a squad. They're a young, talented team, and so it's going to be a great test to see how much grit and how much desire. This game is going to be physical. This game is going to come down to grit. The Cowboys got every component and the momentum to go into Buffalo and win this game, but it's all about the focus. They got Osiris as well, the guy I think we should have drafted a guard, and he's been playing pretty good for him. So we going to see what happens. If the Cowboys can get by this one, man, the Cowboys are set up, man, in my opinion, man, to finish this season strong and win that NFC East, no problem. And also, Dak Prescott is going to make big plays in this game. Mike McCarthy is going to do what he got to do. It's just about really a war of the lines. The offensive line has to hold up and be physical. Pass protection needs to be on point, and that defensive line has to come in with a will and an attitude, and they cannot get pushed around by that big, strong offensive line of the Buffalo Bills. If we win the line of scrimmage battle, offensive line, defensive line, I think our playmakers are going to make plays. We'll win this game going away at Buffalo, and that's my final word.
That's a good one, man. Look, we got to lock in and stay focused. You know, we've been talking about, you know, Dak Prescott MVP run or OPY, Offensive Player of the Year type of stuff that he's been doing. But at the end of the day, it's all about take care of business. And y'all already know, for those who've been following the channel, put TCB in the chat and then put SOB. That stands for standing on business, and you got to take care of business. So if the Cowboys do those things, everything will work its way out. Yes, we're playing against another running style of running quarterback, and those things used to give us worries, right? So I'm going to see how the two kings is going to operate that. And the two kings are Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy. I like the way my guy Balls Cowboys Sports brought up the fact that we got two kings. We got two of these guys that got to stand tall and get this team prepared for the deep run. One of the things that I said on the start of the stream is that Mike McCarthy been in his bag in December, and we need for these two guys to be in their bag. I'm more concerned of the defense opposed to the offense. Of course, Dak Prescott been cooking, but if he wanted that name to stand and rise above everything, he's going to have to play a clean game in this one. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, since y'all want a little Bills talk, we were robbed. You know, I wish Trayvon Diggs would be out there on the field versus Stephon Diggs.
Oh, man.
That would have been, man. Oh, my goodness, we were robbed of that. Man, that opportunity
that
and
hurt,
moment.
Law. Ooh, that hurt.
That, man. Oh, my goodness, the Diggs brothers, you know. So hopefully Stephon Gilmore would pick off the ball and rip it away from Stephon Diggs. So hopefully we'll see Stephon on Stephon type of situation there, ladies and gentlemen. This is all games that the Cowboys play are must-win games. So I'm quite sure that they are prepared for that. We got things still on the line. I'm trying to play for a home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and I believe that the Buffalo Bills, they got turf out there. The Cowboys right now are 22-0 on the turf, and let's get this game going. Let's stay focused, let's stay locked in, and let's get this dub. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.
3, 2, 1, drop it. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Those grills, drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to do. Or do you want
Man. Let's get this revenge to it, Dak.
I just wanna run it up.
19 revenge.
It was better than you.
In the field, let her,
Line them up.
Yeah.
Set them up.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too.
Beat Buffalo.
Count up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them
Hit them
tens,
lights
I need that
too, man.
change to the safe. Got blues
Hit
inside.
them lights on everybody's channel, man. The final word. We bringing it to you. We closing out the year, baby. Let's get tighter. Let's get stronger. Join hands.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.